Bang! Neves Knives, I'm Jared, and this is just a quick video of me talking about the Twosun Ts129 because I bought a new one. Now, this one I got from White Mountain Knives, so I do have a 10% discount code for White Mountain Knives. There is a little bit of differences. I've had, did I have two of these? I can't remember, but this one's an M390. I think I did have one in 14C at one point, but the point is that I raved about this knife when it came out or when I got it, when I first got it. It's a night morning design, and they just knocked it out of the park. I mean, just completely knocked it out of the park. The action was absolutely amazing. The one thing, though, is mine. I've had it for years at this point. It still looks beautiful. It still functions beautifully. There's nothing wrong with it. But it lost something. I don't know if my detent ball got flat or exactly what happened, but the action is just not like it used to be. The detent, I still have a detent, so it's not like I have detent lash or anything like that. It's still running strong, and I've put this thing through hell. It's had many sharpenings, it's cut lots of stuff, and the beautiful thing about the Twosun Ts129 is how well it functions aside from the action, the fit, the finish, and all the good details. So let's check out this new one with this Micarta. Now, I've never seen Twosun use quality Micarta like this. Great quality. It's very similar to the stuff Kaiser uses. I'm not sure if it's the exact same stuff, but it is very similar. It has a lot of texture to it. It looks really good. The one problem, though, sorry, I should have said this already, is this is D2. I know, it's D2, which I'm not happy about. However, I'm not that mad about either. D2 will be just fine for me. It'll function just fine. You know, it does hold a good edge, you know, for considering, right? It's not like it's an M390 or 20CV, but in many cases we find that M390 and 20CV act very similar to D2 in some cases. Now, did they change that? Oh my goodness, I think I just seen a difference. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they changed this hole a little bit. The chamfer around the inside is a little deeper. So it's a little bit sharper of a hole. But now my action's back. I have the action back. The detent is stiff, solid. It needs to break in still, and that will happen. It still has a little bit of that zipper sound. A lot of Twosuns come like that, and it takes like a week to go away. It's just it depends on how much you flick it, but the detent just needs to break into the satin finish. You can see I've already been cutting with it, but I do have a full review on this if you guys want to watch it. This is kind of just a ramble, but the clip, amazing clip. Twosun had they had a reputation of making kind of crappy clips, and this one was amazing. So I was so excited when it came out. Next thing, this micro milling, extremely well done. T8 hardware all the way around, except for the steel lock bar insert, which you're not going to take out anyways. The access to this hole, it lands exactly where you want it, and it functions very similar to like a Spyderco hole. The front flipper. No, the jimping doesn't go all the way up and around, but it's tall enough to where you're not putting your finger up here. You're putting it exactly where the jimping's at. The blade shape. This is probably the best, I'm not going to say the best. One of the best blade shapes for EDC. It almost looks like it recurves, but it does not. You can sharpen just like a regular edge. It's kind of beaked out, so for utility cuts and going around things, it works amazing. The next thing is it doesn't have a flipper tab, so you can get nice and tight to that edge. And when you're slicing, this geometry is amazing. I think it was around 15 thousandths behind the edge. I could be wrong, but the blade and geometry and the handle complement each other so much for EDC. Ooh, 12.5 thousandths. Okay, so thinner than I thought. Basically about 13 thousandths behind the edge, and it passes through materials really good. And this little kind of thing that almost looks like a recurve kind of traps the material so you can get extended cuts, and then even use your wrist to finish the cut. If anybody who cuts long pieces of cardboard knows exactly what I mean. Lockup is rock solid. I've already checked it. Ceramic caged bearings on a racetrack that are ceramic caged plastic bearings that are on a washer with a track on it. Internal stop pins that helps with side-to-side stability. It has a detent ramp, but it's not necessary. I'm glad it's a short detent ramp. It's not a big one because the detent starts right here and then it ends right there. So when you disengage it, you can get past it pretty easily. Now, if you hold really high up on the lock bar, it's going to hit the detent, but you just move down just a little bit and it's easy to get past. So very fun to fidget with. I do need to tighten the pivot. It does keep backing out a little bit. I'm not really worried about it. I've already done it twice, so not that big of a deal. It's still solid right now, but it keeps coming off centered, and then I just turn the pivot a little bit. It goes right back. So, and then the action doesn't change, by the way. So I just got to do that after this video, put some Loctite on it. But I did want to show you guys this new knife, or new version. It's such a good knife. That's the thing, because it, functioning wise, as a tool, it is amazing. It's so ergonomic. It has like a contouring to it that makes it extremely comfortable. You can choke up. The pinch grips are amazing. The blade shape, even in a reverse grip, if you're going to cut some straps, this isn't very uncomfortable. Yeah, I feel this little part right there, but it's really not that bad. I could totally get by cutting straps with this knife. The titanium back spacer is about 60% up the back. You can touch the edge right here, but after a sharpening, it goes away. Maybe 2 sharpenings, and it's not bad. It's not like you're gonna slip up and cut yourself. You do have to kind of dig in there to touch it. The Lockup, rock solid Lockup, man. I'm in love. But there you guys go. Just wanted to talk about the Twosun Ts129 and it's how awesome it is, and how mine, it's still holding up, still doing good, even though it's been a work knife. It's been a lot of different things. No, I didn't bring it to the construction site or anything, but I was using it at a factory, cutting tons of straps, boxes, and just all kinds of different stuff. And just over time, knives break in and they kind of settle in. And this one has been going for a couple years now, and it's just kind of lost something. The detent isn't as strong. It's just not like it was. That's it. It just... that's it. It's getting old. It's getting old. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.